Hey, queens and kings, welcome back. I miss you guys so much, so much. But I want to say sorry for actually being out that long. I wasn't expecting to be out that long. But between time, in the meantime, I was creating some things, coming up with a little something. And as you guys can see here, I made some mirror floating shelves. So if you all would like to see how I create them, please continue to watch. Okay, queens and kings, so here are all the items that I will be using. If I don't show it or mention it, I will tell you all through this voiceover. So you will need two floating lac shells. Those are going to be the base. That's what's going to hold everything together. The mirror reflecting paper, you can use it. It's an option because I'm going to show you guys a different way. Okay, so you're going to also need two of the medium-sized home decor plaques as well as two of the small home decor plaques. Now the two medium-sized plaques you can get from Dollar Tree as well as the small. Now the mirror for the medium-sized plaque, you would need to get that from Walmart. The mirrors for the small plaques, you would get that from Dollar Tree. Okay, I don't want to confuse no one. So you're going to also need some strong adhesive to hold all this together. Now we're moving along here. I'm basically going to show you guys how these going to float on the wall. And that's because these lac shell came from IKEA. They have these little hooks on the back of them where this actually give you the illusion that it's coming out of the wall and just floating on there because you can't see the screws that you're going to need to hold it up. So now I'm going to take my reflecting paper and I'm going to measure and cut it down to size. Okay, so now once I have all my cuts, as you guys can see, this paper is a peel and stick. So you're going to need some like a card, a credit card, whatever, to try to flatten it out. Now, make sure that your shelvings or your whatever is totally clean or whatever, no type of debris, because it will mess you up. Now, it does have a very strong sticky backing, but it is forgivable. And what I mean by that, you can peel it up and place it back down and peel it up, place it back down if you mess up. Now, I did do that several times, but when I basically did it with my hands, I don't feel like all the bubbles came out. So therefore, I should have used the card to go all the way through as I was laying the mirror reflect the paper down. So as you guys can see, like I said, it's very forgivable. You could peel it up and place it back down. And basically that's what I'm doing. But as you also can see that I did cut it a little too short. So I'm just going to overlap that. That's what I'm going to do. So now I'm taking my card and try to press out some of those bubbles. So therefore I don't have to look at those bubbles or see anything like that. But you want to use the card as you're doing this all the way through. Don't do it with your hand like I did. That's the first mistake that I made. Okay, so this time around, I want you guys to see the difference in between me using my hand as well as me using the card. Okay, did you all catch that? Did you see the smoothness? The surface of it was so smooth with the card. There was no air bubbles or anything. So that's why I say use the card. That's why I had to learn. But as you guys also can see that this paper does have a protective film on it. So don't forget to remove that before you overlay, if you even do the steps how I'm cutting it. Now it's up to you. You could cut it how you want to cut it down to size, or could cut it by script. That is up to you. But I just want to show you guys there is a difference with the card other than your hand. Okay, so for the medium size as well as the smaller size, I'm gonna basically do the same thing. Since I already have mirrors and everything, and I'm just gonna cut everything down to size for the sides. So therefore I can cover them up so you don't see none of the blackness of the ugliness. Now I will say once again, do not have any type of debris, anything, because it's going to show, or also cut it down to size to make sure your measurements are on point because it's going to show. But me, on the other hand, I didn't. Honestly, I didn't. But it will shows, and you guys will see that later in the video, as you guys can see right now. But I am using old material. Okay, so here are the mirrors. This is how they look. I mean to say, here's the shells. This is how they look, each one. I like them, but as you guys can see, you could see the dents, you can see the bubbles, you can see all of that in them, and it just really driving me crazy. Like, I can't stand it, but I'm gonna keep on pushing through this video, so therefore I can, give you guys some type of idea, and you guys could learn from my mistakes and see that I do make mistakes, because some of you guys really think I don't, but this queen does. I just hide them very well. But I wanted you guys to see them though, so therefore you could learn from mine. Now, as you guys can see here, this the side with all the little bubbles and bumbles. This is basically, I'm telling you guys, this is going to be the top. So whatever items I put on here will sit on this. You won't see this. That's before I actually decided to add mirrors to it. So basically, that's what I'm telling you all here. And don't forget to remove your protective film before you do this step here. So now we're going to start stacking our mirrors, our shares, our floats on top of each other. Now here I'm basically telling you guys, you could have put the mirror on that side, so therefore you could have had the more supportive side glued down to the board. That is up to you, but this is where the E6000 Gorilla Glue, any type of strong adhesive glue that you have, will come into place. And this is what I'm going to do, is just glue those all down, and you're going to apply some pressure and let this sit for 24 hours before you try to put it on the wall. Let it sit for 24 hours. I'm telling you. Because not, you're going to hear a big old cling, 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 boom, boom later in the night. So let it sit for 24-hour queen or king. Okay? Okay, queens and kings. So once again, before I get ready to hang these up, this is basically how I'm going to hang them up on the wall. So you'll have to measure and, screw and put the screws in the wall, and, slide the screws and slide these onto the screws. So basically this is how they look. And I try to get them as flat as possible so I don't have to worry about them on the wall or giving me type of issues or anything like that. But this is basically how I'm going to hang these on the wall, because I know someone is going to ask me again after I explain it once. So I'm just coming in just to explain it once again. Okay, Queens and Kings, so you could stop at this point here, because this is how they look with just the mirror reflecting paper. It did a pretty good, okay job, but you guys know me, I don't be want the flawlessness, and so therefore I couldn't get jiggy with this, but I wanted to show you guys how it looked with just the paper before I move on to the next step. And as you guys can see, they're on the wall perfectly. So here I'm showing you guys some mirrors, and these mirrors came from the Dollar Tree. I have done several DIYs with these mirrors here, and I'm showing you guys this basically how they look. They are mirror picture frames. Dollar Tree no longer have these. Once again, Dollar Tree no longer have these, so but you could find cut mirrors, 2-inch mirrors on Amazon, or you could probably go to a craft store, probably get some as well. So I'm using the little small Q's mirrors. Those are from Michael's or Hobby Lobby. And then I'm using at least probably, I can't say probably 6 or 7, I don't know, of the mirror reflector frames here. Once again, it's an old project that I had used before, and I'm recycling DIY, so that's the reason why. And this is how it looked once I popped them off or soaked the mirrors off the frame in hot water. So basically what I'm going to do is just glue them down, so therefore I can have the real mirror reflecting look, what I really wanted and was hoping that the mirror paper do for me. Okay, queens and kings, this is the final look. This is the look that I was going for. This is the look that I wanted because of the inspiration picture was all that motivated me to do this, which it was the reason why I used the reflective paper, because the reflective paper was a little much cheaper and affordable, but it still didn't give me the look that I wanted. But I know I didn't want to pay $100 per shelf neither. So I just went into my Creative Juices and box as well as mine and started creating. It just came up with this. So I hope you queens and kings enjoyed. I hope it actually inspired you all to create it as well. You don't have to go the same route as me. Maybe you guys know cheaper material than I do, but I hope you guys got some type of inspiration. I hope you guys do make one for yourself. So with that being said, queens and kings, I will talk to you all in the next video. You guys be blessed. Congratulations. We have reached to 40 plus. Yay. Yes, yes, yes. We on the road. We on the road. Let's keep on pushing the video outlets so therefore we can actually accumulate more queens and kings to the castle. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you guys got some type of inspiration and you was inspired. With that being said, queens and kings, you guys know what? Continue to be royal.